Today I begin lecture 15, the problem of induction. Inductive propositions are treated like universal truths but are derived from particular propositions or statements of the physical material world. So, inductive statements seem like universal truths but are actually derived from experiences because experiences of the external world are repetitive in nature. Therefore, James and Fowler define it as going from particulars to the universal or general. A frequently quoted example is all men are mortal. This is derived from the perceptions of Ram is mortal, Sham is mortal, Mohan is mortal, Sohan is mortal, etc., which are all particulars. Mill argues that the problem of induction is that it is based on uniformity of nature and it is not humanly possible to perceive each and every particular event. Yet, we are able to sum up events as universals or general. Ideas of some events, propositions regarding general events are derived from particular events. This question has been given numerous solutions by different philosophers. It is argued by some philosophers that due to our belief in uniformity of nature, we are able to derive inductive propositions, but the skeptics argue that causality and uniformity of nature have alternative or of being something else. In other words, they can be something else apart from the kind that they appear to us. Therefore, it is not necessary that whatever is being repeated every time will ultimately in future also be exactly like it is now. In other words, they may or may not be according to expected result. Bain, another philosopher, calls this the inductive leap, where we jump from the known to the unknown, or future events are unknown to us, but from known events we hope that the future events will be of a similar nature. Hospers too believes that we derive the general from the particulars, yet there are no hard and fast rules that particular experience will necessarily lead to general events. Again, we find that Hospers also believes that uh, we can rely on repetition of particular instances to obtain knowledge about the future. There is always the risk that the events may change, and so we cannot uniformly claim that the past events will provide certainty for future events. But we can say that even though inductive propositions have limitations, they can still help us. Skeptics believe that there is every possibility of uniformity not being consistent with the past events, and the future may differ from them. Hospers, that is why, comes to three conclusions. Firstly, he feels that past events are no guarantee for future events. Secondly, he feels induction indicates that something is only probably true. And thirdly, there is only a pragmatic justification because belief in uniformity helps us in general existence. We can sum up by saying that uniformity of nature is not a postulate, it is a presupposition that repetitive events have a uh, sort of a way of repeating themselves, so the future will be like the past, and again that future will again be like the future already come. R.B. Braithwaite feels that inductive generalizations are helpful for a successful life. So, induction, which gives us probable truths, are perhaps useful, but they do not have the kind of certainty that a necessary proposition has. Today, I end my lecture here, and I will come again with a fresh topic in my next lecture. Thank you.